Hey guys, Rummy here with eXp Realty. Today's the market updates for March. Today we'll talk about home prices, inventory, and if there's a market crash that is happening. And plus, helping you win the bids and selling your house in this marketplace. All right, guys, before we get started, go ahead, make sure that you hit the subscribe button down below so you get weekly notifications on any market updates. We're going to be educating you on the market, what we have saying day to day in our real estate industry. And if you have any questions, anything about real estate, please do feel free to reach out to me. Been in the industry for more than 20 years. We have more than 20 agents on my team that will be able to help you out and achieve the goal that you want for you and your family. All right, so is the home prices going to decrease right now or is it increasing? Well, let's look at the data because everything falls back into the data. Since January 2021, home prices have consistently increased. Here's a little data that you could see in front of you. It has increased from 10% to almost 20% to January 22. All right, from 10% to January 22 is about 20%. And I don't see that going anywhere. Even as of January, the prices actually increased a little bit more. There's enough buyers out there that are looking to purchase a home and move this year, and especially with the low interest rate. It's still low. It did peak up a little bit. It's still low, so the affordability is there. And as the prices increases year after year, so last year, this was 2001, the fourth quarter. As you can see, New York is 13% and Connecticut is 13%. I'm in North and South Carolina. My team is running over there. So let's look at that data, 21% to 21% in the South, right? Average nationally is about 17%. Last 5 years, the average was obviously 54%, mostly because they have averaged that out, all right? Compared to 2020, 1991, and other forecasts right here. Home prices forecast for 22. The special people in this industry that are from CoreLogic, Fannie Mae, who are looking this data every single week, MBA, NAR, are saying that the average is still going to be about 6%. You take the lowest one from 30% even to the highest one, the average is still going to be 6%. So is it right time to buy? Absolutely. Right? With a low interest rate, even if the prices are a little bit peaked up and you're saying, hey, the prices are going to come down, I don't think so. That's going to come down at all. It's going to keep going. And why is that? Right? Because it's all about supply and demand. So let's look at what does supply and demand mean. What is a seller's market, neutral market, buyer's market? We are in a seller's market. That means that we don't have enough inventory. And even to deplete the inventory, it takes less than 6 months. In the buyer's market, it will take 7 months to actually sell a house. We are actually in where it takes 1 or 2 months to sell a house. And some locations are 20 days, and some of us are doing it in a week. So that is nothing new that's happening around the country because people are moving, and the affordability is definitely still strong. So let's look at a couple of data that's out there from the new listings falling dramatically. That means not a new inventory coming on the marketplace. Now we know that in April, May, June, and July, this is the norm that there's going to be a peak in inventory, but the demand is so high right now that we think that the supplies are not going to last. Right, the demand is so high. Even right now in March, we put about 5 to 10 listings where almost all the listings are gone. So anything that we put up, they're getting accepted offer. We're with the highest and best. Why that is happening is because of the supply and demand. Okay, so even with a falling ratio of the listing being dropped again from compared to different years, where it's 400, 500%, or in thousands of 600 to 700, right? Because in the previous years, we actually had more inventory. Right now, we don't. So do we see a lot of the sellers that are going to come on the market? And if you're thinking about selling, it is the right time to sell. Maximize and make sure that you could get the equity out and use it for something, upgrade, a downgrade, or some people want to buy rental properties too as well. Get the equity out of there. So again, is it going to be a bubble? Right? That's probably one of the biggest questions that we get every time is, from buyers and sellers, and mostly from buyers. Right now, consumers think so. Consumers think that 77% of the consumers are thinking that, hey, there's going to be a bubble. This is a source that we got from realtor.com. Well, the agents are saying 44%. Being in the industry more than 20 years and knowing what a bubble actually looks like, being in the industry, I said no, it's not going to happen. And I'll tell you why. Here's some data that we have. Compared to 2007 to 2010, the inventory was really high, right? It was about 10 months in the inventory, 10 months in the inventory, and in 2010 was almost about 9 months. Right now, there's no inventory, right? 2008 is a little above 3%, and then 19 was 3%, and look at this, 20 is less than 2%, and then even 21 is less than 2%. And I do think that's going to be even less in 2022. So compared to the buyers on the marketplace, compared to the inventory in the marketplace, because affordability is still there, right? We don't think that's going to be a bubble at all. And remember, in 2007, 8, and 9, and 10, this is where lenders were lending out to anyone that is out there. So the record high of sales that are happening from 19 to 21, it's pretty amazing. From 5 million to 6 million this year, or last year, sorry. And I think it's going to surpass again. Um, it's a record high. People moving around the country, right? So be that individual that's willing to pay a little bit more. And I'll tell you why. Because of the low interest rate that is out there and appreciation of the home, you're gonna get that back, right? Because renting is not really gonna get you anything back. So let's look at a couple of the data that we have right now. One of the affordability that is out there, people with credit score above 630 are in the marketplace right now. Some of the people that we're working with, 700, 750. Can you afford a home with 640, 630? Talk to your lender. But majority of the people that are out there, they have a high credit score, and even when they're negotiating, they're letting go of a contingency of mortgage contingency, appraisal contingency, inspection contingency, and these are the tactics that we use compared to what your bottom line, what you want to afford per month, right? That's why we're able to sell more homes this year. So you could see that right now, the people that have more than 600 credit score, billions in loan volume that are out there, tremendously high. That's why there's a lot of people who can afford these houses right now. And remember, net worth, right? What is a net worth in a home compared to a renter, right? So even when I moved down here, when I relocated, I actually paid more for a house. I use my example mostly because I knew the market is going to keep going up, and I knew the interest rate's not going to last. So even if I wanted to rent it out, I'm actually going to be hurting myself in the long run, right? In the short term, maybe not, but in the long run, yes. That's why I actually paid more, and I was willing to pay more because I knew that this was the right house for my family. But if you look at the homeowner's net worth, it's 300,000. Renters are 8,000. Even in this industry in Westchester, for example, a 3 bedroom is nothing less than 22 or 2,500 right now, right? And obviously a 2 bedroom, 18 to 2,000. So renters are always going to consistently pay out of their pocket. Homeowners are going to build equity in saving from equity in the house, paying on the principal, and plus getting some benefits for the taxes too as well. All right. So here's a quick example, and then we're going to end it right here. The net worth of a typical homeowner is about 40% more, right? So get into the house that you love, that your family wants. Spend that extra 5, 10, 20. If it's going for the highest and best, you're probably facing that situation. Sellers, if you think about selling, and you want to make that move to get the equity out and use it for the next house, which I did, awesome idea. It's a great for you to go ahead and upgrade. And if you want to look at a downgrade, hey, why not? Let's downgrade. Maybe you don't need a big house. So if you guys have any questions, again, hit the like button, subscribe. We're going to give you more market update to making sure that you are educated. And having done that, if you have any questions regarding real estate investment, flipping, anything, I have the right resources, right answers. And if I don't, I'll get them. Love to talk to you about your real estate needs. Have an amazing day. Rummy here with eXp Realty, your real estate expert. Thank you.